Hey there, ramblers and rovers. This is Miguel, and today we are in the small Yucatec town of Muna, located in the Yucatec hinterland. After the adventures of our last video, exploring the ruins of Uxmal, we decided to explore one of the little towns scattered across the landscape. We were maybe an hour's drive south of Merida, where there is an abundance of small towns where one can still experience backroads Yucatan. We were starving, so we settled on Muna, on the road back to Merida from Uxmal, looking for adventure and some tasty Yucatec eats. Muna is a town of 11,000 people in the middle of Yucatan. It's located right on the outskirts of the Puc region, famous for being the only part of Yucatan that has hills and some kind of broken terrain that isn't just flat like northern Yucatan is. This town was founded around 1526 when right after the conquista of Yucatan happened. This is an example of a very authentic, off the beaten path town in Yucatan that people can visit. The ruins of Uxmal are 16 kilometers away, so this is the nearest town to those ruins. The town of Muna and the surrounding lands used to belong to the kingdom of the Tutulciu, the ancient Mayan kings that ruled this area of the Puc Hills back in ancient times. So we will be exploring this little town to show you how the Yucatec people live here and see if we can explore some of the Mayan heritage that is still here in this town. Hopefully it'll inspire you to explore on your own and to just try to find those authentic experiences outside of the main touristic attractions. So let's go. So in most of these little towns all around like the Yucatec hinterland, these are still very much Mayan towns. Contrary to a popular misconception, the Mayans still exist as a people and as a culture, not like what we would imagine them from like 1,000 years ago, you know, obviously, or even 500 years ago. But it's still a vibrant and very much alive culture, and it's alive in these kinds of places. So they'll still speak the Yucatec Maya language, and they'll have their own traditions and stories and customs. Seems like a pretty unique little town. Just seems like we are the only tourists here. Like we're just like walking around at like the worst hour in the middle of like 100-degree heat when everybody's taking the siesta. Pretty dumb of us, but that's the beautiful church built in 1691. No tourists, so pretty authentic, if that is like the measure of authenticity. But it seems like, you know, it's like small town, small local businesses, car shops, articles, I mean people who sell stuff for the home, or just walking down like the local soccer field. Interestingly, you know, instead of the hard limestone shelf that is common in most other parts of Yucatan, I mean the earth is like red and clayish here, so I mean this is just like a different region, even just an hour south of Merida.
That one looks really, aren't they both really down there? Like this.
seems like you can go anywhere from here. All the signs pointing everywhere. All roads lead to Muna, I guess.
What is the restaurant? Is it this? La Finca?
No, I think it's a little further out. So that's the sporting field, so it should be like a Burgess somewhere. It's over there.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. So this being a Wednesday and all, and it being in the middle of a really, really hot day, and this being a very small, sleepy town, we decided to come to this place called Lol Beach to try some of the local Yucatec delicacies. Oh my god, it seems like a little bit of paradise. Palm trees, and the promise of a pool on a really, really hot day.
That really pretty pink bougainvillea. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the bougainvillea flowers.
Well, those are everywhere.
And
Yeah,
if
they're
they
pretty.
Like this climate, they love this climate.
They're so pretty.
So what do you guys think of
This morning.
Muna so far? On our little trip of exploration.
People like to stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly no tourists.
Don't I blend in?
I think the most uncomfortable part of like walking around was passing in front of like all the taxi drivers. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem confused by our presence.
Yeah, very confused.
Little girl, are you lost?
Ah, thank God, something cold on a hot day. Sure. Rambling and Roving Adventures,
It'll be warm
sponsored
for you
by those.
Even if you're gonna drink too.
I always drink beer, and when I do, it rarely isn't those.
Okay, now you just got that all wrong. You're supposed to say, I rarely drink beer, but when I do, it's always Dos Equis.
I
You
don't
say,
know.
I don't always drink
I
beer.
don't know if it's copyright, Bridget. I'm trying
Girl,
to.
sir, your video was taken
Dos
down.
Equis, if you're seeing this, please sponsor my channel.
I always drink beer, and when I do, it's most of the time, sometimes, rarely Dos Equis.
Does anyone want any hand sanitizer?
No, thank you. Can't identify it.
Oh, this is delicious. It's fried. There's like almost like a bean like taste to it.
So I'm not in a frame, I'm gonna drink.
Now that's one tasty kiwi. So these, we just found out that these things are made from a mixture of ground beef, tomato, onion, and bell peppers. It is so good. It is like the perfect snack.
Ruining the shot.
Get in before I dab my chicken with a napkin. It's probably not gonna make for the best shot.
Before I die.
Time to dig in. I don't know if this is something that the locals do, or if this is artificial, or if this is like something that happens naturally. But I love when all the plants climb the trees and you just have this like lush effect on the trunk of the tree. It is just incredible. Yeah, it's 106 degrees.
Ooh, hot.
Hot.
See that?
I mean, talk about fever, right?
I know.
Alright, let's go! We just left Muna, and that was an interesting experience. So I think we got like a decent idea of what like authentic life is in a sleepy little town in the middle of the Yucatán forest. And so now we're on our way back to Merida and home. I like the perspective, but it was maybe a little too sleepy for me. I don't know, what did you guys think?
Sorry. I was looking up the
Laura?
giant frozen too. I didn't hear the
I'll just
question.
put it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and showed you a little bit about how people, hopefully at the other end of the world from where you live, you know, live their lives out. So if you like this video, just remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember, keep traveling,